Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We are just getting started. Longevity, loyalty, leadership, just a few of the words that spring to mind when you're watching the eternal Francesco Totti. Takes a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Van Dijk makes the interception. Nicely spread. Pass is just off target. That's destined for the flank. It's a pretty loose pass. Totti. Rodri. And it's De Jong. And this is Cavani. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Oh, can he get onto this? And here's Rooney. And that is not getting there. He's looking wide. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. That pass isn't the best. Juve receives it in a good position here. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And this is Cavani. Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Stojkovic. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Goes long and straight, and claimed it back swiftly. Can he get on the end of this? He's in one-on-one. Oh, he's caught him in or out. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. So perhaps now the breakthrough. He scores for sure! The time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Cross goes in there. That's an excellent interception. Scholes. Played out towards the right wing. That is good alertness. Space for him to turn and look. Alexander-Arnold made a surge from full-back. As it turned out, unsuccessfully.
Eintracht Frankfurt really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
Totti. That has been slung wide. He is through here. It's Asa! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Cavani. Threads one in. And the through ball. Mosquera kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Aimed beyond the defence. Neymar. No way through there. Koundé gets a foot in here. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box, they just need a good delivery.
the keeper's ball. Roberto Carlos, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And that is expertly dealt with. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Roberto Carlos tries to pass it through. Well read, nice interception. And Azar. Juve. Oh, Juve! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible.
So, a temporary halt to the action.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2.
Substitutions taking place.
And here is the first touch of the second half. Irwin. Out for a throw. Scholes. It's Neymar! Juve. Now it's Stojkovic.
That was lovely, that.
He's got away. Big Stojkovic! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Paris ended up in no man's land. Great vision. And they win it back again. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Can he get it through? Can he finish? Long ball looking to counter. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Messi.
Manchester are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
This is a promising build-up, and he is deftly away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Has a look and plays it forward, and he was quick to react. Rodri, and it's Stojkovic, and it's Messi. Neymar,
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Looking for the run. Great ball if he can get there. Chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Juke. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Roberto Carlos. Irwin calmly anticipates.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Spread neatly. And he's managed to get free. Oh, great save! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Well, we expected better, and so did he. 75 minutes played. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Forward it goes. Stood up well to him there. Yamal. Totti. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, this looks sharp. Rooney. Oh, good climb! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Eintracht Frankfurt certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Gyökeres. And that's an errant pass. Well, that has not gone well. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things. Azar. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Into the last 5 minutes. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Messi. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Neymar. Now, can they get him away? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Eintracht Frankfurt clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he cuts out the supply. And that's that. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one out. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So straight into the action. Longevity, loyalty, leadership, just a few of the words that spring to mind when you're watching the eternal Francesco Totti.
Yeah, he is truly unique, Peter. Easily one of Italy's greatest players, and some consider him to be the greatest of the lot.
And what sets him apart?
Consistency, and the way he has no real weaknesses in his game. Such great all-round ability. He really does excel all-round.
Isco going face-to-face with his great rival. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rijkaard. And here's Forlan.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That has not gone well.
Pretty robust defending.
Goes down, but nothing given. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ruben Dias. And it's Azar. Turns back here, probably the best option. And he's gone searching crossfield. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Azar. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Stojkovic. Messi. And it's Messi. Stojkovic. And it's Totti. Oh, that was vital. Costa Curta gets it clear. Shifted it to the flank. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Hazard finding himself in space. Towering header! He's played it long. Makaleli. This is a promising build-up. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Looking for options for movement. Tries a shot! There it is! And it's Gamba Osaka who go in front. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
That pass has been well intercepted. Spread out to the left. Azar with the delivery. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Ruben Dias kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Can he get on the end of this? Azar! Well taken goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might...
Oh, terrible pass. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
No way through there. And it's Isco. Oh, he's bustling through here. Isco, there he goes, motoring forward. He's had a shot! And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Julie in acres of space out wide. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Messi gets on his bike and on the move. Now it's Stojkovic. And this is Messi. Messi! Azar conjures time and space where few can. It's a really well-measured ball. Julie. Roberto Carlos does really well to win the ball there. Duke going after that. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Isco.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Totti. Duke. Albert Ferrer gets over and intercepts. And here's the chance to counter. And for the first half, that is that. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
And a quick announcement today that memorabilia from today's match is now on sale in the stadium hall. Substitution.
So off we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Gamba Osaka with the corner, there first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Totti. Aims beyond the defence. Bastoni makes the interception. And the pass is intercepted. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Juve might just make this. And reclaimed it in a trice. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Goes looking wide. Ambitious ball here. That is ended up in no man's land. Chooses to go crossfield.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Forwards and with intent. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Can he get it through? Albert Ferrer.
His indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Oh, good spread. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, this is a great position. Real chance! And it's been hooked away. Haaland is onto this. And that should get the job done. Distributed tidily. And this is Forlan. Tries to play it through. Rodri. Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely weighted ball. Totti. Albert Ferrer is there, and he can get that clear. Diouf. Oh, he's been caught on it here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substitution in progress.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Now it's Haaland, and that interception was most necessary. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, he's played it in, and the shot! Hazard. And it's Ribéry. Now, what about a counter-attack? Nice physical challenge. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Tries to pass it through. Played out to the left flank. Oh, can he get onto this? Costa Curta.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Isco. Now it's Hazard. Rijkaard.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
It's their
Hazard.
second corner of the game.
Number 15. Isco. Coming on the field. Number 22.
And now they can spring out of it. There's the shot!
14, Conte.
And the
Substitution
shot!
taking place.
Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Julie clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3 up.
Ruben Neves. Now it's Haaland.